Hello everyone and welcome back to From Mora with Love. I hope you are all doing great. Today I want to talk about something that completely changed my life after moving to Romania. It wasn't the food, although I really enjoy Romanian food. It wasn't the weather, and it wasn't even learning to live in a different country. It was something much more important. I slowly stopped caring about what other people think of me. It didn't happen overnight. It took years of living abroad, meeting different people, raising a family here, and surprisingly creating YouTube videos and Facebook content. The more videos I uploaded, the more I realized something that I had never noticed before. If you ever felt judged because of your decisions, your lifestyle, your job, or simply because you choose a different path than everyone else, then I think this video is for you. So grab a coffee, relax, and let's talk about it. Before moving abroad, I think I was very similar to many other people. In Poland, of course, I cared far too much about what everyone else thought. Was I successful enough? Did I earn enough money? Did I own enough things? Did my life look good from the outside? Sometimes it felt like there was an invisible competition. You should own an apartment, you should have a nice car, you should always earn more than before, you should constantly prove that you are moving forward. And if you didn't, someone would always ask why. Of course, I'm not saying every person in Poland thinks this way. I've met amazing people there, and many of my friends still live in Poland. I'm only talking about my own experience and the pressure that I personally felt. Looking back now, I think I spent too much energy trying to meet other people's expectations instead of asking myself one simple question: what actually makes me happy? Ce să faci? When I moved to Romania, I didn't expect my mindset to change. At first, everything was new. A different language, different traditions, different culture. But after a while, I noticed something interesting. Life seemed calmer. People smiled more often. They laughed more. They seemed less interested in comparing themselves with everyone else. Of course, Romania has problems. Every country does. I'm not saying Romania is perfect, because it isn't. But personally, I felt less pressure here. Nobody cared whether I rented an apartment or owned one. Nobody asked why I sold my car. Nobody expected me to prove every day that I was successful. For the first time in a long time, I simply felt free to live my own life. The biggest surprise was that nobody seemed interested in keeping score. Nobody cared what phone I was using. Nobody cared what clothes I was wearing. Nobody cared if my apartment was rented or owned. People seemed busy living their own lives instead of constantly looking at someone else. That was refreshing. And when you stop comparing yourself to everyone else, life becomes much lighter. You start enjoying simple moments. You stop chasing things just because society tells you that you should have them. Lascia che merge. Ironically, I discovered this even more after starting YouTube and Facebook. When I first began making videos, I thought people would simply watch my travels and maybe learn something about Romania, and many people do. I receive wonderful messages from viewers who tell me they discovered Romania because of my channel. Some people even visited Romania after watching my videos. Those comments honestly make my day. But then there is another side of social media. Every time I post something positive about Romania, there are always people who become angry. Some say I'm lying, others say I'm only pretending to like Romania. Some tell me I'm poor because I rent an apartment. Others laugh because I sold my car. Some even try to explain my own life to me. The funny thing is, these people don't know me. They don't know my family. They don't know my plans. They don't know my finances. They only see a few minutes of my life on YouTube or Facebook. Yet somehow they already have all the answers. At first I took those comments personally. I wondered if maybe I should explain myself. Maybe I should tell people why I made certain decisions. But then I realized something. I don't actually owe strangers an explanation. If my wife, my son, and I are happy with our life, why should I spend hours trying to convince people on the internet that my choices are valid? That's when everything started to change. Hi, kasę płatę. One of the biggest lessons I've learned is that success means something different to everyone. For some people, success is owning a big house. For others, it's driving an expensive car. For someone else, it's having a high-paying job. And that's perfectly fine. But over the years, my definition of success has changed. Today, success means freedom. Freedom to spend time with my family, freedom to travel, freedom to create videos, freedom to wake up in the morning and enjoy the life I'm building instead of constantly trying to impress someone else. This year alone, I've been lucky enough to visit several different countries with my family. Those trips gave us memories that we will keep forever. My son won't remember what phone I had. He probably won't remember what car I drove, but I hope he will remember the adventures we had together. Those moments are worth much more to me than any expensive possession. Sometimes people online tell me that because I rent an apartment instead of owning one, I've somehow failed in life. Others say that selling my car means I'm having financial problems. Some people even assume they know exactly how much money I have. Honestly, I find that funny, because none of those people know my priorities. None of them know what kind of life I actually want. The older I get, the more I realize that you don't need to explain your happiness to anyone. If your life makes sense to you, that's enough. Fie ke ofi. One thing I finally accepted is that you simply can't make everyone happy. No matter what you do, someone will always criticize you. If you buy a house, someone will say it's too small. If you buy a bigger house, someone will ask why you spend so much money. If you drive an old car, people will judge you. If you drive a new car, they will say you are showing off. If you travel often, someone will tell you that you are wasting money. If you stay home, they will ask why you never travel. It's impossible to win. And once you understand that, life becomes much easier. Today I still receive negative comments. Of course I do. That's part of being on the internet. And honestly, I don't mind when someone disagrees with me respectfully. Different opinions make conversations interesting, but I no longer pay attention to people whose only goal is to spread negativity. Life is simply too short. I would rather spend my time making videos, learning something new, traveling, and enjoying everyday moments with my family. Moving to Romania didn't solve all of my problems. No country can do that. But it gave me enough distance to look at my own life differently. It helped me stop living for other people's expectations. And I truly believe that's one of the greatest gifts living abroad has given me. Nui capetul lumii. So, what's the one thing I stopped caring about after moving to Romania? Other people's expectations. Not because I became selfish, not because I think my way is the only right way, but because I finally understood that this is my life. I'm the one who has to live it every single day, not the people leaving comments online, not strangers who think they know everything after watching one 5-minute video. Just me. Looking back, I honestly don't think Romania changed who I am. I think it helped me become the person I was always supposed to be. A little calmer, a little more confident, and much less worried about what everyone else thinks. Maybe that's the biggest lesson I've learned after all these years abroad. Sometimes changing your country also changes your mindset, and sometimes that's the best journey of all. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, subscribe to From Mora with Love, and share this video with someone who might enjoy it too. Let's see how far this video can travel into the depths of YouTube. Every like, every comment, and every share really helps this channel grow, and I truly appreciate every single one of you for being here. Thank you for spending a few minutes with me today. Take care of yourselves, have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. La revedere, bye bye.